Action. Okay, people, we're back. Okay, we're gonna do a little informational video right here. Had a subscriber request how to wire the lights. He watched a couple of the videos and he watched us wire it, but couldn't really tell what we were doing because the video wasn't in close enough. So what I'm gonna do today is honor his request. See, this is what happens if you comment and you like and you share and you subscribe. He done all that, okay? So therefore, I'm gonna honor his request. What we're gonna do is just set up a thing here on the table. I'm gonna show you the different types of lights and how you wire the lights, okay? The only issue that I've got is this is an old light here, so it's got the yellow and the brown. The brown is always gonna be your turn or your tail lights, okay? The yellow is always gonna be the driver's side of the trailer, your brake light, stop light, and flashers, okay? The issue that you've got is that this one doesn't have yellow and brown and all that, okay? So you've got brown, you got black and red. I've already tested it. The black is the tail light, the red is the brake light, turn signal, flasher. All of those are the same, okay? Now, you see how this has a ground wire on it, okay? So you have to ground it. You see how this one doesn't have a ground wire. This one don't have a ground wire because it grounds through where the bolts are at. Some of these lights will have a white wire coming out that you'll put on the on the stud and then tighten the nut down on it. The most of them will get their ground from the nut making contact with the metal of the trailer. So we're going to pretend that this table is a trailer, okay? Over here you'll see that I've got a little ground wire attached to the trailer, okay? And I've got it set up for the yellow and the brown, all right? So you got the yellow and the brown. So if you touch, get that out of the way. If I touch this one with the brown, because I've already got power going to it, like that, and I take this and ground it, you'll see that it comes on, okay? So that's your tail light. And if I move this over, this is gonna be your brake light, okay? If I can get it to, well, I don't have that wire in there. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is wire these like they should be, and I'm gonna show you how to put these in. These are your marker lights. You can mount them just about anywhere you want to, but the amber always goes on the front end of the trailer. You don't put amber toward the back, okay? That will get you caught. And these have two different ways of grounding. On this one, you've got your brown wire, which is your running light, and then you've got this little tab right here. When you put the screw in it and attach it to the trailer, that's where you get your ground. On this one, you don't have that, okay? So you have to attach both wires. All you have to do is put a spade end on the end of this, and you can screw it into the trailer, okay? You can take it and fold it underneath here and put the spade in here like so. And then when you run your screw in through the spade, then that'll create your ground. The light's not gonna work if it does not have a ground. Now there's several ways of attaching this. I have used these in the past, okay? These are called suitcase connectors, is what I call them because it folds over. I don't really care for that way. Me and my stepson had a disagreement about this because if you go back and look at the video where we done his HIDs, he had these in here. The reason I don't like these is because once you put that wire in there and you clamp down on it, it cuts the wire. So when it cuts the wire and you have an issue, you can't go back and reuse this. This is a one-time use. Whereas with these, you can crimp them with a special pair of pliers, okay? I myself, I like to use the soldered connection because this is fine. Okay, this will work. This is fine, it'll work. This right here is the solder connection. I like to use it because it becomes one, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wire these up and show you how to do it, okay? It's not hard. I'm gonna show you the way that some people like to do it, and I'm gonna show you the way that I like to do it, okay?
Now for those, I'm just clueless to a point on most stuff, but not everything. But what is a spade for those maybe that don't know like me?
A spade connector is you have several different types, okay? This right here is a spade connector, okay? It's flat. You would use that with one of these. If you see inside there, this will go into that and it'll make a connection. And if you need to disconnect it, you're able to do that without cutting the wire, okay? For your ground, you can use something like that, or you can use one that's got a hole in it. I prefer to use these right here, because you can loosen the screw and pull it out without having to take the screw completely out. So if your wire gets broke or whatever, then you don't have to take the screw completely out to put a new end on it. You can just screw it, loosen it a little bit, pull it out, put your new one on it, put it back in. Now the way these things work is with these, you can do this with a regular pair of pliers and mash it, it'll work, but it's not the right way to do it. If you look and see, it's got little dents there, okay? When you close that up, it crimps it. This is called a crimping plier. You see in there, okay? And if you see right there, you'll see a split. So when you put these on here, if you put this piece right here on top of that split, it's just gonna push the split and spread it apart. The correct way to do it is to put the notch on the bottom side. That way when you crimp it, it pushes in here and crimps the wire against the rounded part, okay? Just the way I like to do it. So, if you take this wire right here, okay, and you split it, you don't want to cut the insulation on the wires, you just want to split the wire to where it becomes two separate pieces like that, okay? So, this one right here, you can take this connector and you can slide it in. Okay, you take this one and you need to spread it out a little bit. Okay, to where you can get this wire inside. And it's a pain sometimes, because sometimes they go in there real easy and sometimes they fight you, okay? But you get it in there and you see how it's in that slot, it's in that hole, okay? Then you take this one in the open slot, and you see on that side, it's got a little plastic there to keep it from going all the way through. You slide that in there like so till it bottoms out. And of course I forgot my pliers. Tried to have everything ready and it never fails. So you take that, make sure your wire is all the way in, and you push that down a little bit, okay? Then you can take this. Some people like to fold it over and use the plastic to crimp it. For me, it doesn't work well that way. Here, clip. Okay, so now, this right here is a good connection. So this is cut into this wire, and this is the other wire, okay? So if we take and put power to it, all right, then we should have a light once I ground it. Okay, where's my little metal that I wore? Right there. Okay, now, see how it lights up? Okay, that's one way of doing it. Okay, I don't particularly care for that way, but I will do it that way sometimes. And then you come down here. Now, these lights that I have here, like I was telling you earlier, they don't have the yellow and brown, okay, or the green and brown. They have just the red and black. So we'll strip that out. So now you see we have that, and we have yellow and brown right here. Okay, so the brown is for the black, but normally you would put brown to brown, like with this light here. Most of your trailer lights are like this, where even if these are the old style with the incandescent bulbs, but you have some that are LEDs. But your brown goes to here, okay? Brown to brown, yellow to yellow. In this particular case, these are some LED lights that I bought for my trailer I haven't put on yet. So we're gonna take the black, okay? Now the correct way that I like to do this is with heat shrink. So what I would do with this is take this piece, and you see how it's got a smaller hole and a bigger hole. So the bigger the wire, you put it in here, okay? Now you twist it up real good. And, you know, people are going to say, well, you know, you shouldn't twist those wires. You should leave them loose. Well, you know, good luck with that, because I ain't never been able to get them to work right. So you slide them in. Now, do you see where you got wire on each side? Okay? And then when you take this wire and stick it in, you've got wire. I don't know if you can really see that or not, but see it moving? You got wire on each side. Now, normally I would take a piece of heat shrink and put it on here so that I could shrink it and make it a pretty connection. I'm not going to do that today because I'm just doing this to show the young man who requested this how it's done. I want to make sure that everybody can see, okay? So we got it right there. Now we're going to shrink it. And this tool right here, I had one that I had, and it just didn't work right for me. But a buddy of mine sent me this. He's a subscriber as well. And this one actually works. This one has this piece right here where mine didn't have it, okay? So that makes that a good connection right there. So you see where the solder has melted, okay? Now, this is that's the tail lights because it's brown, and it should go to the brown on your light, okay? This is the yellow. This is going to be the left turn signal, the left brake, and the left flasher, okay? So we're going to take this. You got the big hole and the small hole, so we'll put the big hole here. And again, like I said, normally I would put this heat shrink on here. I'm not doing it this time because this is just a quick video to show you how to wire a trailer, okay? Remember when you're wiring a trailer to make sure that you got plenty of wire. Don't cut it short, because if you do, you're going to be buying more wire. Okay, so you slice that, you put that in there, and you get it to go in there to where it's past. It's being a pain. My big old hands don't make it easy. Because this wire is so thin, that's why I'm doubling it up, okay? LEDs don't require as much wire or a gauge as the incandescents do. So we get it to go in there, if it'll go. It's giving me a hard time. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the one damaged from the factory. No wonder it won't go in there. It's got a bad spot in it. Okay, so yeah, that's the bigger hole. So we put that in there. We put that in there. Okay, now we got wire on each side. Put this in here, like so, and it'll just melt her down. You'll see the solder start to spread out. Melt it down. Okay, now that is a good connection. And as I said, normally I would take that and just slide this heat shrink over and shrink it down. I'm not doing that today because I don't see the point, okay? So now, this one also has a ground. So we're gonna have to ground this. Not a big deal, okay? Now we're gonna go around to the other side and do that side, and I'm gonna show you what I would call the correct way to do it. On one thing, but not on the other. Okay, here we go. Get my little stool. Okay, now, these are wire, what do they call them? Wire strippers, not wire strippers, wire nuts, okay? Some people will take this and take these wires and just put them together and put this on it. That's fine if you're working on a house, okay? These are not meant to be used in automotive trailers or anything like that. You can use them, it'll work. It looks like crap, but it'll work. If you're gonna do something, as my mother always said, if you're gonna do it right. Ain't no point in doing it halfway. So, if you're gonna do it right or don't do it. Don't go with the get her done, okay? No, you need to have some pride in what you do, okay? Because when you do it right, you don't have to worry about it. I do maintenance for a living. I'm a maintenance supervisor. So I tell my guys all the time, do not patch it. Always fix it. And if it takes an hour longer to fix it, so be it. Because if you patch it, you're going to work on it next week. I ain't got time for that, okay? Because there's going to be something else that's broke next week. And a lot of y'all going to get a kick out of this. I don't allow duct tape in my shop, period, okay? It's not in this building. It's not in the other 3 buildings that I supervise. We do not use duct tape for nothing, okay? People like duct tape. Duct tape ain't nothing but a patch. There's that bad one again. Now, I'm gonna show you on this side how this one's done, okay? This is another way that you can do it. So you can take your wire, and we're gonna do the brown first, which is the tail lights, okay? So, you see how that's almost as long as that? You don't want that, okay? So you want it to be about yay long, okay? So that you can get it to go up in there. And then remember, the ridge, this one's the same way, okay? So you take it and you put it right there. Now you see down in there where that aluminum starts, that's where you want to start. And all you do is going to crimp it. And you'll hear it starting to crimp the wires, okay? So that one's done. So we'll do this side. This one's going to be the tail light, stop light, things of that nature. Okay, see, it's bottoming out because there's a stopper, okay, a wall that won't let that go any further. Okay, that's it. So we pull that back and we cut a little bit off. And then we put this back on there. And see how it comes down past the insulation? That's what you want. You don't never want naked wires. Naked wires cause issues. Okay, there you go. There you go. Now, that's done. So, we're going to put this, let me see, this is the negative, or this is the black. So that one's going to go in there like so. Yeah. Up to that. And we're going to crimp it.
Normally, if it's your trailer lights or something, it's going to be same color to same color.
Yeah, yellow to yellow, black to, or green to green, brown to brown.
Well, how do you know which one this red goes to and which one the black goes to on this?
Okay. What I did was I took my tool. Okay. I made this little tool here to where I can test things. This, I took it, this, if you look real close, you'll see B positive, okay? Then you'll see B negative. So on a trailer, your white is always your ground, okay? So I put this in there, and then with the red, I just stuck it down in there to where it makes connections. It just touches. That is bright, okay? So that's your brake light. If it was dim, then it would be your tail light, because brake lights are brighter than, brake lights I can't talk. I'm stumbling.
Brighter than your tail light.
Yeah, y'all make fun of me. I don't care. Put it in the comments that he screwed up. Okay, I'm going to show you my little tool. I'm going to break it down. He asked about that as well. So, as I was saying, I like to fold these over so that you get more wire inside. So it gives more to grip to. So, we're going to put that in there like so. Okay. And then we're going to crimp it. We're going to put it in place, and then we're going to make sure that that wire is in there. It's hard to see people with my big hands, okay? I can't help that. That's just the way my mama made me. It's the way God wanted me. I got big hands. I'm just a big, I don't know why. But I'll go ahead and tell you now, being tall ain't what it's cracked up to be, because I bump my head a lot of times that other people don't. So now we've got that connected. Now that's two different ways. Now with this, I would also put the heat shrink on it, okay, and shrink it down to make it, this looks kind of tacky, but when you put the heat shrink on it and shrink it down, it makes it look like a finished job, all right? Again, I'm not doing it just because this is just a simple thing. So you got your ground right here. You got your tail light. You got your brake light. So we're going to come over here, and I'm going to show you how to wire this one the way that I like to do it. Okay, this is not that's quick. That's not the way I like to do it. Okay.
The suitcase.
The suitcase clip, yeah. Had a subscriber comment about the suitcase clips. His comment was, no suitcase clips and no painting over rust. How did this video even get loaded? I don't know how YouTube let it by, but that's just the way it is. I don't do it. Okay.
I think he was being funny.
He was. He was not being mean by any means. He was being funny. Me and him went back and forth on several different comments. Okay, so now your trailer light's gonna be here, all right? So we're gonna cut this right there because it's the brown to this one, okay? So what we're gonna do, and by the way, people, this little tool right here, it's like 25 bucks, okay? But it is absolutely wonderful.
Wire stripper.
Yeah, but with most wire strippers, you know, you clamp down on it and then you pull it. You don't have to do that. It's just simple, and you're done. Now, because I'm going to be putting more wires in this one, I thought I had a blue one here, but evidently I don't. Yeah, there it is. Because I'm going to be putting 2 wires on one side and 1 on the other, the red ones aren't going to work, okay? So what we're going to do, and it doesn't matter if you connect it to this side or this side, it doesn't matter, okay? Whichever way the wire flows best, that's the one we're going to work with, okay? So we're going to take this, and again, you got big hole, small hole, okay? So we put the bigger hole on this one. I forgot which one. There's the big one. Okay. So you got copper on each side. See it? And then we'll take this one and spin it around. And again, I would be using heat shrink if this was a permanent fix on the trailer, but it's not. So we're just going to stick it together. Okay. You got wire on both sides. That one's wanting to move. So we bring the little tool around here. It's not wanting to work right because I'm not left-handed. Okay, now let me make sure that I got wire. Yeah, got wire. Oh, see. That one's trying to come out. Yeah, the director is my assistant also, and she helps me. Okay, because she knows I got issues. Okay, there you go. Atta girl. Okay, now we'll watch. Now be careful because that heat's a little low. It's fine. No. Go ahead. No, I mean where you had it. It's fine. Okay. It done the fingers. Okay. All right, we're good. So now we'll take this off. We'll set that over there. Now, this is wired in, okay? But when you go to put this on the trailer and mount it and all that, okay? This one here, like I was saying earlier, is not going to ground unless you put it into the metal, okay? But this is the way you do it. And always leave you a little extra wire hanging out here when you're putting these in, okay? You can always take that wire and wad it up, put a wire tie on it, you're good to go, okay? So we've got this wired, we got the tail lights wired, we got that light wired. Neither one of these have a ground right now. Neither one of those have a ground. So if I plug them up, nothing's gonna work. So we're gonna ground them right quick. Okay. And this is my work table that I've used for years. So putting a hole in it don't hurt my feelings any, okay? I guess I need to be around that guy. Yeah, it won't fit there. I don't know that it's gonna fit here, to be honest with you. Yeah. Okay, so which side is it? Yeah, that's the side. Okay, so now when you see it's a self-tapping screw, when you go to put this in, you can't go real fast like you just seen because it'll walk on you. Well, crap. Have I got the wrong end on my screw gun? Okay, now when you go to put these in and you go to tighten it down, okay, you just want to snug it, okay. Okay, that's tight. If you go too much on that, you're going to snap that plastic. And then you're in for a world of trouble, okay?
In a real world, you would do both sides, but you're not going to do both sides, right?
No, it's
just a hanging on there.
A show, okay? So now this right here, because this one has the ground wire, we need to ground this, okay? But I can cheat, okay? Well, let's just do it the right way so these people will see. See what I'm saying? Is that going to fit through that hole? Ooh, just barely. Just barely. Okay, so we'll put a hole right there. Or not. It'll walk on you, like I told you.
Yeah, it was walking.
Okay, so start it slow and, well, crap. I'm having troubles today, people.
I think you're going to have to hold it.
Well, normally I would
drill a hole.
Yeah, I'd already have the hole, so let me get a drill bit.
Pre-drill it?
Huh?
Pre-drill a hole?
Yeah, I'm gonna drill a little pilot hole.
Yeah.
Well, no. Let me do this the right way. Okay. Since this is just a test, let's tie these two together. Okay. I don't need to drill a hole. I just need some clamps. So, what I'll do is take these two and put them right there. Right there. Okay. Now, that should ground those two. Let me move my stuff out of here.
So you've got,
Well, crap.
it fell loose.
It fell loose?
I mean, it came loose. It fell down, but it came loose.
Okay. It fell down.
That's
it
what I
fall down,
did.
go boom?
Yeah, I was trying to put both things in one sentence.
Let's make that just a little bit tighter. Okay.
So this is your makeshift ground.
Because the trailer or the table is a ground, okay? So now you got this one that has the ground.
So these two will have, that's the ground to these two. Okay. Now,
Just because of those wires that don't want to lay like that. Okay, so now let's see if we got the grounds right. Okay, so we got, all right, we got those two tail lights, and you got that one right there, because that's grounded through the table, which would be grounded through the trailer. And if you take this wire and attach it to the trailer, okay, like I did just a minute ago with my little bare spot over here, where's it at? Oh, right there, okay. And then you get a ground there, okay? So that's how you do it, okay? It's real simple. You can use these. I don't suggest them, okay? You can use these. These are okay, as long as you put heat shrink on it. And you can use the soldered ones. I like the soldered ones better because it's more of a permanent fix. Now, so I've showed you how to do this. Yellow is always the driver's side. The brown is always the tail lights, goes to both sides, okay? The green is always the passenger side. The brown is the, and I know I'm repeating myself, people, I just want you to be able to understand, okay? It's not that hard, but a lot of people have problems with it.
me.
So yellow is the driver's side, brake light, and turn signal. Green is the passenger side, brake light, and turn signal. Brown, you will have a brown on each side. Brown comes down the trailer, and that is what your running lights hook to on each side. You can put 10 running lights on it, it doesn't matter. And that's also your tail lights. When you turn your tail lights on your truck, this light's gonna come on, these are gonna come on, okay? Now, let's talk about this right here. As you can see, this is your DeWalt battery, 12 volt. And this is a tool that I made, okay? It's just the plug that would be on the vehicle. You know, if you add one like in the older vehicles, a lot of your new trucks have it already built in, but a lot of your older vehicles don't have this or don't have a modern one. So you have to put this on there. And all you do is wire this into your brake lights and all that. If you need to know how to do that, comment on the video and I'll show you how to do that. It's not hard, okay? But this is your one that would be on the trailer, okay? Whether it's a boat trailer, car trailer, lawn trailer, whatever. This is the one that's on the vehicle.
Undo it.
Undo it? Well, it's a little easier said than done because it's new. Okay.
So
The way you tell the
this is
difference.
on the trailer.
Yeah, the way you tell the difference is these are unprotected. You have 3 unprotected. These 3 are protected because you're going to have power going to these all the time. They're protected so that they don't bounce against the frame and short out. Okay. And then you just connect it back. It's pretty simple. Now,
That ain't in no good.
it's fine. All right, so now we got the white, okay? The white is your ground. This is the brown. This is your tail lights and running lights.
What's it go into?
It goes into the B positive. It's always B positive for the lights and B negative for the ground, okay? As you can see, that light's working, okay? So now you're going to go with the yellow, which is going to be the driver's side. See how much brighter that is? Okay, we'll do it again. See, tail light, brake light, and then I'll put them together.
Tail light.
See, one's real dim, the other one's
So
real bright.
left was your brake light and the tail.
Right.
No, tail
left
light
was the right one.
Right one was the tail light.
Yes.
Right one was the.
The right one was the brake light. The left one was the tail light.
Okay, gotcha.
So now we're going to do the green wire, which is the driver's side, or excuse me, passenger side, brake light, turn signal, flasher.
Gotcha, because it's bright.
Okay. And if you hit the brakes, if I put the yellow and the green in there together, okay, it's going to light up both, and that's your brake lights.
Brake light.
Now, if you really want to be, technical and you want to see a flasher, I'll show you a flasher. Okay, what? Pay attention. See, see, we's turning right. Okay.
It's because he's taking it in and out.
We's turning right. We got flasher here. What's wrong with you? Okay. And if you've got LEDs in the vehicle and you don't have the little resistor in there, you get the hyper flash. Okay? And that aggravates the crap out of my son. Okay? It's supposed to do that. Blink, blink, blink. And I won't spend the money to put the resistor on there, so it goes. And he cries every time. I've had him literally call me at the red light because he's behind me. You know, you really ought to put the thing on there because I'm tired of seeing that light blink. I can't tell if you're turning or if you're going straight. And my son, I love him to death, but I give him a hard time. Okay, so now I've showed you how the tail lights work. I've showed you how the turn or the running lights work. These tail lights, like I said, they got the red and the black, which it should be yellow for this side, green for that side. The way you tell is the driver's side always has this clear lens because you will have a license plate below it, okay? So the yellow is always driver's side.
If required, yeah.
If required by the state, depending on what trailer you're doing. Okay, so you have the different ways to connect it. You have the suitcase. I don't recommend that unless you're in a tight spot. You have the soldered connection. Don't forget to put your heat shrink on it and make it look pretty.
Put it on first before you put it together.
Yes, always put it on because once it's I'm having flashbacks. Then you've got the crimp connectors, and these are fine, okay. But you still want to put the heat shrink on it, make it look finished, make it look professional, okay. If you
1, 2,
and if you
that suitcase.
Yeah, the suitcase, and the suitcase is like I said, it's fine, but I don't
And then
particularly
this
care
is
for it.
always your different size heat shrinks.
Yeah, you can buy the heat shrink like this little kit right here.
And then you got that little solder thing.
My buddy Chad sent me this when he sent me the the heat shrink gun, okay? The heat gun, whatever you want to call it. Different sizes and stuff.
And then you have one over there with about the same thing, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I already had some of that, but mine didn't have that little piece on the end that holds the heat in. It kind of circulates it.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, to make this, okay, all you need is the wire that goes to the vehicle, okay? This is the one that you would plug into the trailer. And all you do is put spade connectors on it. And as you can tell, I like heat shrink, okay? I done it right. I sealed it. I made it pretty, okay? And all you do is put your ground in your battery. And it doesn't matter if it's a 12 volt battery or 18 volt or 20 volt. And then you just, ta-da, that's all you do, okay?
So this is just a spare that you've got from your light kit or something?
Yeah. When you buy a light kit, it comes with 2 lights. Sometimes they come with these, sometimes they don't. But it'll come with the male connector and the female connector, which is it would be considered the male because it sits out. I like to call this the trailer one because this is not protected. These are protected, okay? But you take one of these and all you do is slip the wires in, okay?
And then this is the spade things you said you connect to earlier, which is those things there?
Yeah. Now these are actual spades,
Oh,
okay? So that you would have, like that's a spade. That one's protected. So you could take this one and one of these and you could slip that over it, okay, and connect it, okay? It's just, they make it 100 different types of these things, different sizes, different, whether it's a hole or a fork or a spade or whatever. But again, this right here, and you could literally take a flasher from a car and you could put, you could wire it into the yellow and the green, okay, and you could make it flash. You don't need all that because, you know, like I showed you, you put that in there and then you check it. Okay, well, I forgot I unplugged it. Well, crap. See, you put it in there and then you get the hyper blink, okay? Blink, 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 blink. Okay, people, that's how you wire the trailer lights, okay? I hope this helps you out. Hope you enjoyed watching it. I will, stress to you that this was requested by a subscriber. If you make a comment and ask me something, I don't know everything, okay? I'll be the first one to tell you, but I've been doing stuff like this since I was 10 years old. I'll help you any way I can, okay? You send me a comment and ask me a question. I answer all comments. I ain't got that big yet. I'm not as big as some of the other guys that just look at the comment and roll on, okay? I'm going to answer every comment. I want you to engage with me, okay? Even if whether it's trailers, cars, dishwashers, okay? There's nothing I can't fix except a broken heart. But anyway, we get back to the real stuff. If you have any questions or comments, just please comment. Please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Okay, ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, ring the bell. We're going to be changing the name of the channel. Okay, I'm gonna leave you in suspense as to what it's changing to. But nothing will change about the channel. It's just that we're gonna change the name. We found a name that I like a little better. Okay, and
still same as far as getting to it the same way. It's just the name and the logo will be different.
Yes, that's everything will be the same except the name and the logo.
Yeah, you won't go anywhere else other than.
So that's pretty much it. We're gonna go inside and make us some sub sandwiches and have a good night. I hope y'all have a good day, good night, whatever time you're watching this. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, do all that good stuff. Okay. And for the young man that commented on this and asked me to do this, he made a comment about my shirt because my shirt said Ford, built Ford tough without your tax dollars. That's what it said. I've had that shirt for years. He made, it's a Ford and Chevy thing. He's picking at me about a Ford. Okay. You see, I wear my Ford hat. Okay. I have Ford shirts, all that. However, if you look right here, this is my baby.
Well, it was in one of your videos too. I put it, and there's a glare on it.
Yeah.
So.
But this is my baby. This is a 1981 Camaro Berlinetta that I have had for 40 years. There's going to be some videos of it. I just ain't pulled it out from under the shed yet. But that's my baby, okay? So, I'm a Ford man, but this was a high school dream when I got grown. I bought it, and I've had it ever since. So, if you have any questions about this, just send me a message, okay?
Yeah, if it's still not clear enough, then
yeah. I mean, this may confuse people, but, it's pretty simple. But if you have any questions, just, I started saying give me a call, but, just send me a message, all right?
Well, your email's on there too. I think. Yeah, your email's on there too. You can always email.
Send me an email.
Yeah, either way.
And yes, I'll check those emails too. I know a certain person that does not check their email. We're not going to call any names, director. But anyway, y'all have a good day, night, whatever. Okay. And the way I like to end it is be nice to people. You never know what they're going through. Peace.
And again, I will keep reminding y'all about the giveaway. Once we get to that 1,000 subscribers, we will still be giving away those 5 gift cards for $50 each. Just comment, and once we do the drawing for that, then it'll pick up on whoever's commented and pull from that, because we'll be doing it with a random thing through YouTube, to be able to pick the winner, or the 5 winners rather. And you'll be able to pick where you want to go. And we'll also, as he mentioned, we'll remind you of when the name is changing to the channel. Right now, everything's still the same. It's just going to be coming up soon. But y'all have a good night, and God bless y'all.